Yeah.
You know, and the bass, and you're going. It's funny. I grew up in a house that was full of music, and it was eclectic because my dad was born in New York. You see, so there was always records and sort of black music and ink spots and bands like that in the house as well. And as a wee kid, you're fascinated by all of that, you know. And then I got in very much into it was very much so a traditional thing happening at our house, and then it all changed when I became a teenager. I went one night to see the Horslips play, and I wasn't really aware of that much of popular music at that point, you know. And it's like, I suppose, like everything else, you're growing up and you want a type of music to be your own, that something belongs to you, doesn't belong to your parents or anything like that there. So it wasn't until I was playing trad right up until that point, and then one night we happened by chance to go to the Mayflower in Drumshambo, and the Horslips were playing, and of course I didn't know what to expect. It was I just didn't know. I was just going out for the night with my sister, you know. We'd done a gig that day with Mum and Dad, and we just went on from there.
Lovely.
Right.
Yeah.
So it kind of went there, and of course these guys walked into the hall. I never really forget it, and there I was in my little 3-piece suit, looking the part, or I thought I was looking the part. And these guys walked in, and they had leather jackets and fur jackets, and there was hair down to the waist, and I thought, oh my God, what's this, you know? And suddenly they got up on the stage, and they started playing, and it was like the light bulb moment for me. It was just like, oh my God. And I think I possibly related to it because the point about it was that they were mixing the folk music, the Irish trad music, if you want to say that, with the rock. And I'd never seen a rock guitar player. I was aware of the show bands and stuff like that there. You know, we'd done plenty of wee gigs with show band players, and they were pinging away on the guitars. Great stuff, but I'd never seen an electric guitar played like that. Johnny Fian, and it was just like, oh my God, this is incredible. I remember being totally captivated. They were running around the stage, and the excitement they had built up, you know, just watching them perform. It wasn't just standing there, you know, and winking and nodding at the audience. They were really going for it. They were selling the show, and they had lights, and they had a big PA. I couldn't believe the sound was coming out of down this hall. Yeah. And it was really, that was the start of it. I went home, and I never forget. I said to my dad, can I buy an electric guitar? Because I was playing acoustic and stuff like that. And I said to Dad, can I get an electric guitar? So off we went to a wee shop in Clonus, Johnny McCarthy, so I remember it well. And we went over on the pretense that we told my mum we were going to get some strings, you know. And Dad winked at me, so over we went there. And my first electric guitar was, I think it was called a Top 20. It was, I hadn't a clue how it worked or anything. just plug it in, but that was the start. And within a short period of time, we became infatuated with the band Horslips. So I would sit there with the record player, bought the record. Now we came in when Horslips' career was quite well established. So I'm talking about 1977, when the Book of Invasions happened, and of course I ran out and bought that then, and just because of the whole concept and the way that Johnny played, it was just like mind blowing to me. So I learned nearly every song on that record. That was the start. And funnily enough, having done that, it allowed me for later on when we progressed into different stuff and doing our own stuff, that learning, that process that I went through, learning the stuff from them, that really helped me to get rooted on the grounding in the guitar playing, you know. And I was infatuated with Johnny, you know. It was just like I listened to the live album over and over, and I would try and copy it and the notes and the licks, and it used to transport me. The album, I would sit with the album sleeve just wide open and just look at the pictures, and I'd go, oh, one day I'd love to do the same as him, you know. And it was never anything more than that there, you know. I'd love to do what he does, you know. And of course, and that's how I actually, so I was aware, and of course you have to remember the punk thing was just exploding at this time.
Yeah.
So very quickly, you know, I delegated out the instruments to the lads, to John and Tommy, and Tommy was the drummer.
Yeah.
And John was the bass player and singer. I wasn't doing any singing, let me tell you. And so we were really doing it just for the fun of doing it. It was like to see if we could emulate the Horslips. That's really all it was. It was nothing. We had no grand aspirations to go anywhere or do anything with it.